The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. Rocco is in the building with me today. What's up, brother?
What up?
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, brother.
Pleasure. Yo, bro, this is a very interesting Nike tech you got on.
Yeah, I changed up the color scheme this time, man. I'm usually black and red, but I saw this one, you know, availability. Got to change it up sometimes.
I don't know if I've ever seen this Nike tech. I like it though.
It's good. I'm trying to change the mannerisms and everything. I'm trying to make sure we go different.
Word.
That's the only way we do it.
Word. How's life been?
Ah, man, I can't complain.
Crazy, right?
Working my ass off, as you can expect.
Yeah.
As an artist, so just working on new music. Just dropped a single, so that's doing pretty well.
With Vory.
With Vory, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
With Vory, the great Vory.
We'll definitely talk about that.
Yes, sir. And shit, man, just going crazy. Yeah.
You're from Philly originally, right?
Yeah, I'm from Philly. I was born in Philly, but I actually
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in like 30 minutes outside, but 20 minutes. But I spent all my time in Philadelphia. But when I was born, I had like a heart issue, so I got like went to Delaware and shit. So like, I say I'm born from Philly, but I had to like get transported to Delaware and shit, and like from my heart and shit. So, but yeah, I grew up around Philly. It's like I call that home pretty much.
You had to get like a heart transplant, like what?
Nah, it was like it's called TGA. Like two of my like arteries when I was first born, like one where the blood went and the air went, they were like switched. So like, yeah, it was like my mom was like tweaking. She was like, "Give me my baby back." So they took me for like a whole day, and then came back. I was all good though, but I gotta get like checkups every year. But that's on yeah.
I was about to say, how does that affect you now in like adulthood and shit like that? Like if you still have to like deal with that every year, but obviously you just said just the checkups, right?
Yeah, just checkups, just making sure everything's all right. I'm good though. I'm not getting stopped anytime soon unless it's God's will.
I love that, man.
For sure.
So you grew up a little bit outside of Philly then, right?
Yeah, so I spent a lot of time in Philadelphia, but I grew up in like 20 minutes down I-95 in Coatesville, Pennsylvania. Okay. So like, but it's like its own little city there. Like there's like fucking like it's very just urban, like big buildings, like a bunch of people, like hustle and bustle, like the normal shit. It's not really like your little town, but it's like its own little community. That's why like I'm trying to shed more light on it because, you know, in Pennsylvania, like you think like, oh, woods and deer and fucking like
right.
type shit. So it's like there's little tight-knit communities out there that kind of, you know, we have our own little thing going on. And I think that I'm just trying to shed more light on that, I guess. Yeah.
Like kind of be a voice not just for like Philly, which people know you for, obviously, because that's how I was like introduced to you out. People were like, oh, he's from Philly, but also be a voice for like the other parts of PA that people might not get to really speak about too much.
The whole like it's crazy because Pennsylvania like as a whole like is it's like very tight knit. Like Eagles, like even sports teams, like I don't know if you like seen the World Series, but like Phillies fans are fucking ridiculous.
Nuts.
Eagles fans are nuts. Flyers fans are nuts. So it's like we're all kind of sticking together, like the East Coast, Philadelphia, like Pennsylvania wave, kind of. It's kind of all the same. Like we're all tight knit and cultural. So I'm just kind of like showing that within my music and the brand as much as I can.
That's fire. So how long you been officially doing music for then?
I was kind of always the kid, like freestyling.
You were that kid at lunch?
Yeah, I was that kid at lunch, like pen tapping and like on the bus freestyling. There's probably videos on Twitter you could find. But I'd say like, I remember like when I was like 14, I was just sitting in my bed and I was like, I'm gonna look up how much a studio shit like costs, like the cheapest studio. And it was like $300. And I just saved up all my money. I was working at a pizza shop at the time and just got all that stuff. And then I recorded my first song when I was like 14. It was like a remix to Panda.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you singing? Were you rapping? Like...
I was rapping,
okay.
No, for sure. I was rapping. But yeah, so I would say like 5 years. I'm 19 now, so 5 years like really going strong.
That's fire, man.
Yeah. Recording myself and all that stuff.
And at such a like, you know, I mean 19 is like kind of like, it's not super young, but you're like still a young age where it's like, oh, it's crazy that you were able to like reach this level of success and be signed to a record label at the same time. Like congrats on that, man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. No, it all kind of happens so fast. You're just so like focused in the moment, I guess, like obsessed with the music.
Yeah.
To a point where it's like it kind of just happens and then you blink and it's like, oh shit, like but then it's like the work doesn't stop. You know?
Yeah. It's actually like that's where the work begins when you get signed to the
Literally,
label.
that's where the work begins. Literally.
How did Interscope first like get like notice of you? Like how what do you think was, or what did they tell you that it was that they were like, oh yes, he's the one, we want him?
I moved to LA when I was like, my manager found me when I was like 17. So I started really releasing music when I was 18. And we just kind of like, he owns a production company, so like we shot like a bunch of visuals. I was just recording a bunch of songs like in his basement for like a whole year's time. We just built up the catalog and then started shooting visuals. And I just kept going into sessions like in LA, and people started to talk. And then Interscope was just one of the many labels that I got interested very early. It was kind of all like a swarm at one time. But UMG, Interscope is the place we call home. Shout out to Interscope.
Yeah.
That was kind of the people that we wanted to rock with. Yeah. So.
And you said you've only been releasing music for a year now.
Yeah, only a year so far. We about to do the first project top of the year, so we just been doing singles. Like I think On the Low is probably like my 9th single. Yeah, it's my 9th single. So we're about to gear up for a project. We've only been doing it for a year, so that's why I'm excited. Like where it's going now, like the trajectory of it, like it's looking pretty good. So just got to keep the pedal to the metal, especially in times like this. Like. More is more. You feel me? Like especially in the content.
Right.
Yeah.
Why didn't you want to release music before that? Was it just because like you were waiting for like the right manager or management to come around and really help propel you?
I released like a bunch of stuff on SoundCloud before. I was always doing SoundCloud, but as far as like the brand Rocco that we kind of made, like it was very carefully like thought out and just like true to myself. So like once we kind of figured out where we wanted to go with that, all the music and like the clothes and the videos kind of just was sticking to that brand. So we kind of planned for like a good 6 months, and then we came out the gate like 2020 really hard.
Were you still Rocco back then too on SoundCloud?
Yeah, I was.
Okay. I was sure if Rocco was like the new name and you had like.
No, actually, I went by like my real name, but like for like a year and a half, and then we quickly switched it up.
You were like, I need an artist name.
Yeah, we need an artist name for sure. It worked out good though. My last name is Rocco. We just shortened it.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's fire. You know what's funny? When I was looking at your page, like I peeped a few of my people. I saw Lil Mabu follows you.
Oh, word, fire. Shout out Lil Mabu.
I was like, do they know each other personally too? Because I was thinking about that because.
You know what's funny? I followed Mabu like when he was like probably 13 or 14. He had like he was doing some completely different shit than he's doing now.
Like
Shout out Mabu.
back then.
Yeah, but he had reached out to me. He was like, "Bro, you're fire!" Like a long time ago, and we kind of always followed each other. And then I just saw him going up, and we DM'd back and forth here and there. But yeah,
get you on some drill shit.
On shit, we need to shit. Shout out Mabu. Hit me up if you wanted to get on something for sure.
Shout out Mabu. Can we talk about the other thing that y'all recorded last night? Can we talk about that yet? What we was just talking about? Yeah. Sure. Okay. You got it. So you did something with Fivio.
Yeah. Shout out Fivio Foreign. We're working. Yeah. Pete put that together from Grade A. Shout out to Pete, man. He does so much for fucking me, man. It's crazy, but yeah. So we got a Fivio record in the works. I think we about to have somebody else on the record too. Maybe can't be said right now, but a lot of big things like gearing up for the top of the year. So I'm excited. For sure.
Fucking just throw Vory on that shit too.
Shit on God. Shout out Vory.
But I love this record with you and Vory. I think it's a great, first of all, it's a great combination.
Yeah, I agree.
How did that one come about?
I had one of my engineers, it's funny, I like reached out. I was just sitting in LA and I was this is before I found like one of my main engineers now. Like I was just kind of searching for an engineer. Like I used to do it all myself. Like I did everything myself.
Really? Okay.
I used to like make the beats, guitar, piano, all of it. And then I don't know, I was kind of just wanted to focus on building with somebody and kind of building my network out. So I DM'd somebody, his name is Jero Lewis Hidalgo, shout out Jero. And I just was working with him for a little while, and he was mutual friends with Vory through Electric Feel and stuff. And then we had this record that On the Low, we showed it to him, he was like, yeah, like, this is the one. He just sent it to Vory, and Vory cut the verse like quick as hell. So, and Vory was like mad cool when we linked up. But he's super cool dude. Like shout out Vory, super humble.
Shout out Vory. Yeah, Vory's quickly became one of my favorite artists.
Hell yeah, he's super talented.
Last album was crazy too.
Yeah.
Last album was crazy.
Yeah, no.
So you kind of been getting like your features in, kind of building up that momentum, getting ready for this project, right?
Yeah, exactly. We trying to just get more notoriety on the brand as far as, you know, my versatility and what I can do with other artists. Because I think collaboration is like one of the best parts about this whole music thing. You know what I mean? Like working with yourself is like you get to explore different avenues of like what they want to do and like how they get on the track. It's super dope. So, and also I think Vory and I, like, our sounds go perfectly together. Like very dark and very synthy, you know?
Yeah. Is that what the project's gonna sound like too? Very dark and very synthy?
Yeah, I think we're gonna take that approach. It's like more of an urban approach, just who I really kind of am and like my roots and stuff. So it's dark, trappy, synthy, like that type of on the low. On the low is like a perfect example of what the project's gonna look like, I'd say.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get the project at the top of the year.
Top of the year. Yeah.
Nice. What else you got coming out that the people gotta know about?
We got more visuals, hella vlogs. We got a visual coming out with the project that's super fire. It's more of like to show my like instrumentality, like playing piano and stuff. More features, like I said, with the Fivio stuff, and just a bunch of shit's in the works now. Like just kind of gearing up to that project. Who knows what's to come in the next month and a half. So, but for now, like definitely gonna try to roll out that project as best as we possibly can.
Right, because even now you're kind of recording a little day in the life type of vlog here.
Yeah,
too,
no, cameras around me all the time. I feel like that's like, as an artist now, you gotta have a cameraman around you at all times at this point.
Yeah.
It's like there's so much content out there. You just gotta be, you know, constantly recording.
Word. So the project comes out top of the year. More singles on the way. Obviously, by the time they see this, On the Radar Freestyle out now. He's in the On the Radar Freestyle uniform. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
They used to that when it was like all New York artists for the most part, right out the pandemic, because we could only do like New York artists because nobody was coming to town.
Damn.
Everybody used to just wear like Nike tags. So for like a little bit, they were like joking about how like that was a uniform.
Yeah, I
Because
saw
all New York artists for a while.
I saw the Ice Spice video. I already know what time it is.
You wore a special different Nike tag just for her?
Nah, I was just tipping the hat to the culture.
As he puts his leg up. Well, look,
sure.
man. Go on, what you gonna say?
Nah, I'm just saying, shout out Ice Spice.
Shout out Ice Spice. Shout out Sis, man. All right, well, before we get out here, we have you rap, freestyle, all that good stuff. Let the people know they can follow you. Anything else you want to let your fans know, now is the time to do it. This camera right here.
Yes, sir. Listen, project top of the year, On the Low, featuring Vory. New singles out now. Stream it everywhere. Representing Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's going to be a huge year, 2023. Be on the lookout. Shout out, Gabe. Appreciate you, my brother.
My guy.
Let's go up. You know it. Tap in.
There you go. Make sure you go follow him. Go run up that new single with Vory out now. New project, top of the year. Go show him some love. Go show him some support. Love is free. Support is free. But y'all already knew that. Till next time, PA in the building. My guy, Rocco in the building. We out. Bah.
Yes, sir.
Love.